Okay, so we're ready to take the rotor and that off, start taking it apart. For people who've watched this channel before, then the dear old washing machine's going away. So if you're wondering what that noise is in the background, it's just behind us, the washing machine. So what we've done, we've taken off the footrest just by undoing the 3 bolts there that hold it onto the Z plate. Then on the Mark III, there's these Allen screws that come off, and then we simply lift the case off. We've already done that. And of course, in our case, it's running dry, so we haven't got to worry about oil and stuff. Right, so then we've got, is it a half-inch width? Yeah, half-inch width socket, and we've got the Mega Blaster. So we don't have to worry about spragging, locking the engine, because with the Mega Blaster it should shock it, well, famous last words, it should shock it into coming off. It's not on the right setting. It is on the right setting, but it's done up damn tight. Battery's gone on the Mega Blaster. Okay, I'll try this battery. I think this is charged. That's a bit better. So because we've got the impact driver, then that just that comes off with its lock washer, no problem. Then we're going to take the stator off, and these are half-inch UNF nuts, and so, but they're quite tight to the stator, so I've got a thin socket that will fit. So go back to the Mega Blaster, probably turn it down a bit. Just going to loosen them to begin with, and then remove them. I can't tell you how good it is having a Mega Blaster like this, you know, an cordless impact driver. This is DeWalt, which I bought a few years ago because it was one of the very few on the market. It's brilliant. But you can get cheaper ones now, so which I think are almost as good. At the time, DeWalt were the only ones making. I mean, I'm glad I got the DeWalt because obviously that's the best. But what I'm saying is there are other ones on the market now that are quite a bit cheaper. Right, so let's see if we can persuade this to come off, which probably won't. What happens is the stator is made of lots and lots of little plates put together, and they catch on the threads of the studs. So what I'll have to do is I'll get my tyre levers, and then we'll see if we can encourage it to come off. Yeah, it's not caught by anything. There's nothing holding it on. It's just that it catches on the threads, and I don't want to come off. There we go. Right, and then I'm just going to put this out of the way. Now I want to put it out of the way. Oh, I see the rotor's come off with it. So if I can just try to, there we go. So that's the rotor, it's a daisy, that has decided to come off with the stator, which is fine by me. Right, so let's get these nuts together so I don't lose them. Leave that. Of course, the rotor is magnetic, which is great for keeping nuts. I'm just trying to work out, there we go. I just want to put the stator somewhere out of the way where we're not going to put strain on the cable. So then we've got the Woodruff key. It's on the wrong side for you to see a bit. I'm going to try and move this. So I can see, yeah, there's the Woodruff key that holds the rotor on. That's designed to just come out. That can definitely stick on the magnet of the rotor. And then behind the rotor is a spacer. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do now is to take the stator carrier off. So this is a carrier, and that also holds the anti-backfire device. We'll talk about the anti-backfire device when I've got the carrier off and we can see it a bit better. So that what we have to do is we've got these is it 4 nuts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've got these locking tabs on. So we need to bend the locking tabs away and then remove these 4 nuts, and the carrier can come off, and then we should have access to the sprag bearing behind. Okay, so we've bent the locking tabs up, so these should now come off. There we go, and then hopefully I think the carrier will now come away. That's the carrier for the stator. And then we have the main drive for the starter motor, which has a needle roller bearing inside it. And we have the anti-backfire unit, which I'll see if I can just pull out there. Comes as like a spacer on the end. Try not to lose that. So this is the anti-backfire unit, and basically it's a lot of plates put together with like ball bearings inside and done up tight. And then as the bike backfires, the idea this will slip, so that it will suddenly send the engine backwards, which will not do any good to the starter motor and certainly to the mechanism. So this is designed to slip at a given torque, which I think is 50 foot-pounds. Okay, so that's the idea behind it. So it's just got it's tightened up, got these ball bearings, and the ball bearings will like jump holes, you know, if it's reaches that torque. And I also believe that on using a high power starter, they sometimes upgrade the torque to like 60-65 foot-pounds before this thing gives way, because the starter motors are so powerful that they can actually slip going forwards, rather than so not turn the engine over. But I'm not sure what this one's set at. Obviously it was set by Norvil. Maybe they upgraded it, I don't know. I've got mine's still set to 50 on mine, and it works fine. I've got a slightly uprated starter on mine, it works fine. It's not as uprated as this one, which is much more powerful, but mine works fine. Anyway, that's the anti-backfire mechanism. We'll come back, and that's that spacer off the back that I said I was trying not to lose, this spacer on the back. Okay, right, and now we have access to the sprag bearing. There. Oh, have you got that space? Yeah, you've got that spacer that goes inside there. There we go. Right, I'll see if we can draw the sprag bearing out. So what I've got, the sprag bearing, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but anyway, you'll see it when it comes out. It sits inside there, and I'm just going to try and draw it out with a couple of magnets, because it literally just sits in there, but I don't know whether it's going to come out. Come on. Trouble is, I've got one magnet stronger than the other. There it comes. And there's the sprag bearing, which is the source of all our problems. And it's a clever piece of kit in that it's designed to slip one way and then lock the other. Okay, and that's it. We just need to be lubricating that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the oil. There is oil in there. I'm going to give it all a clean up. I'm going to spray it back up with the lube and put it back together and see what we got. Simple as that.